Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm well too. I mean, after all the eviction jitters and everything, I'm sure you're well rested.
Trying.
Um, Talking about Sunday, after everything, were you able to sleep that night?
No, I
Why?
couldn't. I couldn't. I needed a moment to take it all in. I just couldn't get my mind off the whole thing. So I just had to stay up all night, process it all. Reality just hit me like, okay, this is happening.
Did you
Yeah.
did you have any shocks in terms of the ladies that said goodbye to the competition?
Um, I don't know if the word is shocked, but I was just speechless. I didn't know how to react to the whole thing. I was so emotional. I didn't know how to react to the whole thing.
Were you close to any of the ladies?
Well, yeah, I was close to all three of them in different ways. So we all have individual partners in the house given to us by our chaperones. Like for like you check the person whenever we're going out, to be updated with what's happening with the person. So Olila was my partner for that purpose. So I'd always, check her, we'll check each other and how we are both doing. And Ohima too, I was close to her in different ways. And Winnie. I call her Winnie darling. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, apart from the sad moments and everything, you, on the other hand, you had some high moments. You
Yes.
won star performer, and
Yes.
congratulations on that.
Thank
You
you.
also came up as a nominee for other categories as well. It was a pretty
Yes.
good night for you. So obviously you were not expecting to go home.
By God's grace, to the glory of God.
But let's talk about your business idea, Femtech Solutions. Is
Yeah.
this something you already had in mind even before you came into the competition?
Yes, I've actually had it in mind. I've wanted to do something like that, but the task gave me an avenue to really build it up and read further and project it properly. Yeah.
But why did you settle on that? Because there are so many business ideas. You could have gone for
Yeah.
any other idea, but venturing into a technological invention where it tackles the
Yeah.
health challenges of women.
Yes. So I chose the technological aspect mainly because I believe we've come far as women and we need to change the narrative. So we are not limited to just the aspects that people think we should be. I believe we can be in this space as well. And looking at the world we are now, that's what is ruling. So then I settled for an app, a technological thing. And then for the idea, the concept, I believe so much in mental health, and I've always been thinking of the difficulty it comes with when you always have to go to the hospital. We always tend to go to the hospital when we are sick, when it's not supposed to be so. So I needed something that would be convenient and affordable as well, and also give you that confidentiality where you can talk to anyone without feeling afraid or being stigmatized. So then I centered it around there, and that is what brought about the whole thing. And also because of the story I shared. So mental health is very, very close to my heart.
Does it mean that now we'll be doing something mental health related? Even when you don't go out with a crown, are you going to do something around that?
Well, my main project for the platform is on streetism, child streetism specifically, but then also mental health is the broader picture. Like in everything I do, any project, I make sure that mental health is also being taken care of. So it's going to be related, and I hope to build a detailed business plan to also launch this business along the line. Yes.
Okay, but you also had some pretty good comments from the judges.
Yeah.
The judges were quite impressed. But on the other hand, they wanted you to fix a thing or two.
Yes.
What would you
Yes.
say was the best comment you had from any of the judges for the night?
Wow. It's hard to decide because they were like very good comments, but I think what blew my mind was the fact that Auntie Janet said she would invest in my business.
You're getting some investment.
Yeah, so I'm going back to her.
Definitely, if she's watching, she has to bring that money.
Yes.
But now we wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
You brought something different on Sunday, and we hope that you keep it up
Thank you.
and keep making your people proud.
Thank
Before you go,
you.
do you want to say anything?
Uh, well, I want to talk to my people. I want to show my appreciation for the support so far. I see what they're doing, and I'm so grateful. And I want to plead with them to keep doing it and even do more. Cause now it's not funny anymore. So I'm pleading with them to keep supporting me, and I'm going to make them proud. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Na.
Thank you.
We'll see you hopefully maybe before Sunday or on Sunday.
God willing.
Okay, all right. Take care, darling.
Sure. Bye.
Bye. Hello, I'm Winima.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm well too. I hope you're well rested and the last few hours have been kind to you.
Yes, please. Yes.
How have you coped after all the eviction and the nerves and everything? How have you been?
I'm still on it.
You're still on it.
Yes, please.
You're still a bit in the mood when it comes to eviction and yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't gotten out of it, huh?
Yes.
But let's talk about Sunday.
Okay.
How was your performance for you? How was it?
So before the performance, I was really nervous. So I went to the washroom to try rehearse so many times, but sometimes I'll flop. So I asked myself, is this what I'm going to do on stage? So as soon as I got on stage, everything just came out naturally.
You, okay, let me put it this way. You fumbled a few times when it came to your presentation. Would you say that you were nervous because of the eviction?
Yes, I was thinking about the eviction in a way. So I actually fumbled 1 or 2 times, but I actually picked it up.
Okay, and that was good. I mean, you got
Yeah.
some comments from the judges talking about how you were able to pick yourself up and then just proceed. But let's also talk about your business idea,
Okay.
Market on Wheels.
Yes.
Why did you decide to go for that idea?
So back in school, sometimes going to shop for groceries to cook is a little bit tiring because of the busy schedule. And most students spend all their money on the takeouts, leaving them broke all the time. That is why I came up with Market on Wheels, so that you just give me your order, I go to the market and then bring it to you at your convenience, your home, your campuses, or even at your office place as well.
Did you have any challenges, going through the entire process of coming up with this business idea?
Not really, because I had already thought of it at home.
Or
So,
even before you came to the
yes,
competition?
please. Yes,
So it's
please.
something you really want to do?
Yes, please.
Oh wow, that's great. And how do you intend to make it happen? Let's just say Amwenima wins GME 2023 and you have to combine this. How are you going to make it work?
First of all, I think I'll need people to work with as well and teach them 1 or 2 things. And also the people, let's say how I'm going to advertise it, and I have to use social media, because that is a way to catch the attention of my target market, that are busy professionals and students.
Okay, so a little bird told me that while you were backstage after the show was over, you were quite emotional about having to say goodbye to 3 of your friends.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So actually, I am really, really close to all 3.
Wow.
Olila and I share the same bunk bed. I was on top and she was on the down part. So having to say goodbye to her, Winnie, and then Ohima was so sad.
If you had the chance to keep at least one of them in the house, if you had that power to save one of them, who would you save?
This one is a really tough decision to make. Because I really love all 3 and I can't.
Well, you have to choose one.
Gosh.
You can't say you want to, save all 3 of them.
Oh,
At least one of them.
one.
Yes.
Ish. So there's not possible. No.
So you would rather have all 3 of them back?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice of you. Nice one. Okay. Now let's also talk about your best, most eloquent award. You won the most eloquent award. Is it your first time being nominated for any award?
Yes, please.
And you won.
Yes.
Oh, I can see. Pretty exciting, huh?
Yes, I was actually in shock because I fumbled. So I never thought I would have won that award.
So what do you think did the magic then?
I think the business idea and the confidence behind it as well.
most eloquent for the 7th week. Congratulations, darling.
Thank you so much.
Which other awards are you looking forward at grabbing? I mean, now everything is possible.
Yes. So I hope to win a star performer one day.
One day. You won't say next week?
Oh, okay.
All right. Before you go, do you have anything you want to tell me? Any last message for your fans, maybe your family?
Okay, to the fans out there, thank you so much for your love and support. And please don't forget to vote, vote, vote. Eviction is real. I don't want to go home.
You don't want to go home?
Yes.
I hope they know that you don't want to go home. But I wish you the very best of luck, and I'm hoping that you don't go home.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Take care. Have a very beautiful evening.
You too.
All right. Hello, Chumwa.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Please, yourself?
I'm well too. The last few days, last few hours after Sunday, I hope you've had enough rest.
Yes, please, I have.
Yes, because it was quite stressful on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really need it.
I need it.
You need it. You need. But you were not up for eviction,
I was.
really.
Yeah.
You were part of the bottom five,
Yes, please.
but you were saved.
I was saved.
Exactly. So you were not entirely part.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I've seen you up for eviction quite a number of times, and so you being saved was a good thing to happen to you. But of course, it gave you some jitters, right?
Yeah.
How was it? How did you feel?
Oh, I think that was my second time being up for eviction. So I was like, oh, the first time I felt it wasn't real, but this time around, because we all knew some of us would be going home, I was kind of nervous, but then I believe my performance did the magic for me, so I definitely knew the judges would save me.
What if the judges had not saved you?
I would have gone home.
Of course, you would have gone home. But did it make you realize how real the competition is and how easy it is for you to go home?
Of course, because I believe all of us are doing our best when it comes to performance. So if you are up for eviction and you are not safe, definitely you will go home. So I felt it was so real, it was so real, and anything could have happened.
We had to say goodbye to three of our ladies, as Olila, Ohima, and Wuni. Were you close to any of them?
All of them. I
You
was
ladies keep saying all of them, all of them.
all of them.
But, I mean, there's definitely one of them that you were most close to.
All right, I would say Winnie because the very first time we got to the reality house, I was in the same room with her, and we got to share a lot of things together. So she was the very person I would say I was close to, but then I was close to all of them.
Were you sad about the entire eviction?
Oh, I was so sad. I was sad looking at their faces, the emotions they were going through. I felt so bad and sad for them.
Wow. Let me also ask you this. If you had the chance to bring just one of them back into the house, who would you choose?
I'll bring Winnie back.
You would choose Wuni.
Yes, please.
What about her?
Okay, so for Winnie, she has this motherly figure. She has compassion. She has everyone at heart. So no matter the situation, she would go ahead to advise you and keep encouraging you. So that's one thing I love about her. That will make me bring her back.
Okay, I wish you had that power. But unfortunately, you cannot bring her back. But I know she's watching. But let's also talk about your task for the night, which had to do with health on wheels. You came in looking like a doctor,
Yeah.
if you ask me. Why did you decide to go for that particular business idea?
All right. So I used my career, even though I'm not done with school, I'm a final year student pursuing nursing. So I thought of it that we have a lot of unemployed nurses in the country, of which majority of them are females. So if we are not employed or we are not posted to any healthcare facility, what can we do to help ourselves? So I thought of it that we can move to people's houses, their comfort zone, to provide this service. You don't need to give injection. You don't need to perform any serious procedure before you give this basic vital signs. So I thought of it to be very important and crucial. That's why I went in for that.
And the judges' comments?
Ah.
What do you have to say about that? That reaction is what I'm looking for.
With the judges, they really bought my idea because they felt it was so good. It was a problem-solving idea, of course. But then one thing was about my costume. Because I didn't get the appropriate costume for that particular work, I agreed to the fact that they said I looked like a doctor, yes, because nurses, we don't dress that way. But then I couldn't get the appropriate costume. That's why I opted for that costume.
Next time, maybe you would have to do away with the coat and maybe let us see your beautiful outfit.
Yes,
Or what do
please.
you think?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, okay. So I'll let you go, but before you do that, do you have anything to say?
All that I can say is that my people watching me, They should continue to vote too, because this very Sunday, some of us too will be going home and they don't want to see me in the house. They should continue to vote and pray for me as I come on stage to perform my very best to their satisfaction. So they should continue to vote for Chumwa.
All right, thank you, Chumwa.
Thank
And
you.
we wish you well as you prepare for Sunday.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, take care.
All right, take care too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Benoit.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm well.
Okay. This afternoon you look very bright. Looking,
Oh, thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. How has the last few days been for you? You've done over the last few weeks that made the judges decide to save you? Because it wasn't just about Sunday night. It was
Yes.
an accumulation of everything that has happened in the last few weeks.
Yes. Okay, I think from the first performance, that's the 32, I think I did my best. And the second day, as in the second week, it wasn't that bad. Even though I had a chimney stick choked in my throat, I think it was okay. So it keeps getting better. It keeps getting better.
Okay, now let's also talk about your performance.
Mm.
Madam Abeli. Abelira. Why did you decide to go that way? I mean, it's something a lot of us know about.
Yes.
But it's been quite a while I saw some in town.
Yes.
And so it brought back all the memories.
Yes.
Is that a reason you decided to choose that as your business idea or something you've always been doing at home?
Okay, I think it's because my ability is peculiar. Being in the hospital, we used to get cases like gastrointestinal infections. That's from ice creams the kids take in schools and outside their homes. So I had the knowledge of ice cream preparation, but it was like the usual one on the market. So I sat down as a health professional and I'm like, okay,
if sugar is causing issues, and sometimes the milk too, because there is a sugar in the milk called lactose, and some people who have lactose intolerance. So I decided to go the other way around. Even as we take our desserts, snacks and starters using ice creams, we still maintain a healthy lifestyle. So I sat down and I decided to go by the natural way, as in using organic stuff for the ice cream to maintain health and also enjoy our daily ice creams. So my ice cream is purely natural with no preservatives, and it's sugar free, but very delicious.
Very delicious. I can't wait to taste it. I think I need to grab a few pieces of your abili and try it out. But you have the exposure. A lot of people have gotten to know of this business idea. Is this something you really want to pursue even after the competition?
Yes, yes. I'm looking forward to opening an ice cream shop that will run eat ins and eat out. And also, I want someone that will help me out though, but I'm looking at keeping them in a park, just like the normal ones on the market. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah.
But also tell me, how do you take the judges' comments? Sometimes, of course, they are very blunt. They tell you as it is. How do you take it, and when you go back, how do you make yourself better?
Okay, this is a very serious question, yes. I think we perform, but we don't get to see what we do on the outside. And they are looking at us from the other way around. So whatever they say to you, that means it's actually the truth. So I just sit down, pick out the right ones, and work on them.
All right. Now
Yeah.
let's also talk about your ladies that had to say goodbye to the competition. Do you miss any of them?
Yes, I miss all of them.
Or but I'm sure you miss at least one more.
No, all of them.
You miss all of them equally.
Yes.
What about them? I mean, are you feeling their presence that much? Their absence in the house?
Yes, because Olila is the talking bird in the house. So yesterday in the room, I was like, if Olila was here, she would have initiated a talk for us to get into it, but she's not here. And Ohima to get into it. And when it would be like, hey girls, it's late, let's sleep so that we can get extra energy for the next day. So it's like, it's a running thing. Everyone has a role to play, and I'm missing all of them.
But tell me, after everything was said and done, after Sunday, when everything settled, how was the atmosphere in the house like?
Very emotional. Very, very emotional. We were all sad because they were leaving us. So everyone was quiet, speechless, and we just didn't know what to say to them, because at that moment, it's either you calm them down or you trigger their emotions. So we're just sitting with them, saying nothing and just watching them. So it was very emotional.
Oh, I can imagine that. And glad you were saved. I'm hoping that you don't come up for eviction again and your people vote for you. So on that note, I'll give you 30 seconds to tell them something.
Okay, thank you so much. Ese here my I want win mine, Miss Remo. Last week, I thank you so much for your support so far, but we need to do more. If not, I'll join them in the house. So please pick up your phone and vote massively for Bilowa by dialing the short code *713 *13# and vote for Bilowa. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Beniwa. I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Get enough rest. Take very
Okay.
good care of yourself, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
Hi, Sunsama.
Hi, Anita.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Hope you've been getting enough rest.
Yes,
Taking very good care of yourself.
I am.
Okay, now let's talk about Sunday. Sunday, if you had to describe the entire night in one word, what would that word be?
It was beautiful. Beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yes.
Are you saying beautiful because you ventured into the art of, lip glosses and beauty and all of that?
It's it was actually beautiful because of all the amazing ideas my sisters brought on board. Funny enough, this particular week, I mean last week, was one of those weeks where we didn't actually know what um, each other was coming to present on. I mean, previous weeks, you will have a fair idea of what your colleague was doing. But Sunday was amazing because it was like it's something new. Yes, and I would actually use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to GMB and TV3 for giving me and my colleague sisters the opportunity to showcase our businesses or our ideas on TV.
You mentioned that you did not know what each other
Yes.
were coming to present on the stage.
Yes.
And how different was it? I mean, not knowing what this person is doing. So what if that person also had your idea or something similar?
Well, fortunately, we submit our synopsis to our director, so she has a fair idea. So I'm sure if 2 or more people had a similar idea, she would have prompted us to not change your idea completely, but probably present it in a different way. Because I'm sure so many other people or someone could have actually presented on glosses, but there would have been a difference, yes, and the difference always counts.
You decided to venture into making lip gloss with shea butter.
Yes.
And I remember you mentioned something about you having the chocolate flavor and all of that. Is this
Yes.
something you've already been doing? Because looking at the presentation and your product, it looks already made.
Yes. I actually started making it in my 3rd year in the university. So yes, and we've been there. We've been there for some time. I have different variants. I have the chocolate. I have strawberry. I have pineapple. I have grape. I have different flavors and different types of glosses. But I actually thought, for presentation's sake, I would give the judges just one of each. And unfortunately, I think that rather went against me. But then it's something I've been doing for some time now. And I have a website. I also have a page on Instagram, Delivery Beauty. And I have a strong team. So though I'm in the competition, the business is still running. So you can actually buy and you have your product.
That's some marketing
Yes.
Sungsuma is doing. You owe me. But the judges, well, let me put it this way. Janet
Yes.
said she did not like the smell of your product.
Yes.
Be the fragrance or whatever, and also she thinks you should change the name.
Yes.
It's something that you already have it on the market.
Yeah.
How are you going to do that? That is, if you want to.
Well, for the smell, I was actually very surprised because what she had was the chocolate flavored and scented gloss. So it smells just like chocolate. And to be very honest with you, I've had complaints from people saying they almost ate it because it smells just like chocolate. So I don't know whether she didn't get the smell or she doesn't like chocolates. Yes, but then for changing the name, it's something I would have to sit and look at because it's already registered and I'm not sure I can go through all that stress anymore. But of course, I can still have a product with a different name but under the same brand. So I'll look into that.
Okay, but when you were getting those comments from the judges, you still had quite a smile on your face.
Yes.
But I don't know what was happening in your head.
It wasn't good. I was so sad.
Really?
I was so sad. But I think I just had to keep my smile on because in as much as it's a competition, I took all those inputs in to help my business. And I was sad to be I was expecting other criticisms, other comments, but not what they actually said. But I took it in good faith, so I just had to smile.
You really had to smile because at the end of the day,
Yes.
they always
Yes.
have their say and their comments, and you
Exactly.
can't change that. But let's also get to the not so pleasant part of the show. You had to say goodbye to some of your ladies. How did you take it?
Anita, that was when I now felt the competition. That was when I now felt that this is Ghana's most beautiful. Because I think we have spent quite some weeks in the house, so it has been all, will I say rosy, if I can use that word. But after they evicted 3 people at a time, I was like, what? And I don't know, it got scary. It actually shook me up a little. But then it's a competition and the crown is just one. So eventually, somebody will go home.
And on Sunday, at any point, did you think you were going to be up for eviction or say goodbye to the competition?
Okay, so we had a counseling session, and I think Seto really did a good job with us. He made us have an open mind. So going on stage, I just told myself, whatever happens, go out and shine. I just kept an open mind because I didn't want it to be too much of a shock, yes, to me. But I was also positive. I was positive and I was still open-minded for anything.
But do you think this mass eviction has affected the mood in the house anyway? It has.
It has.
The house is not the same, huh?
No, it feels so
Why?
empty. It feels so empty.
Everyone is being serious, or everyone is trying to behave in a certain way, or what? What do you think has changed?
I haven't really seen the behavioral aspect of it, but I feel the emptiness because for me, I was in the same room, or my bed is closer to Winnie, and Ohima was on top of me. She was sleeping, and it feels like they are no more there. Their clothes are no more there. I'm always wearing Ohima. Ohima taught me how to do my eyeliner, so it's like there's somebody missing, but I haven't actually felt the change in behavior yet, or the competition, because we are now preparing for Sunday, so we haven't really seen the preparations yet.
Wow. We're glad that you're not seeing that yet. Maybe when more people start saying goodbye to the competition, you start feeling it. But the sisterhood is very beautiful, so I'm just hoping that you don't, get that at any point. But this Sunday is another showdown. You don't want to be up for eviction, I guess. So tell your people something for me.
Can I speak my local dialect?
You can speak any language you want to speak.
Upper West Nubaja, the entire people of Ghana, Mbodanke Banka, I am trying my very best. Mbode Mobuja, Mbagbihe, Ntubagbihe. Chai Mangana Banka boom vote hella. Beto, Yana be Yengen Yana Natuan Kara Abonson. I am pleading on all of you. It's been a while since the Upper West region took the crown or even made it to top 3. I am pleading. Just vote for me. Just vote for me. And as you vote, please pray for me. Because it's not always only about the votes. A lot of other things go on behind. The stress, me as a personal person, coming on stage to perform, coming on stage to present, it takes grace, it takes strength, it takes effort. So as you vote, as you pray, as you vote, do both for me. You can vote by dialing *713*13# on all networks, or I would actually prefer you should download the TV3 app on Play Store or App Store, so you can vote. So you see that, you would see if I'm in the bottom or wherever I am, to ginger you to vote more. I am pleading on all of you, and trust me when I come out.
Okay.
All your votes make sense.
6 today you owe me a whole lot. Exactly.
Oh my God, I cannot pay you. I cannot pay you.
You owe me for selling your product and all the ads you've done. I mean, but it's all good. It's all good. So I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you, Anita.
And take it easy on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself.
I will.
Yeah, it happens. So we'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, Adwanige.
Hi, Anita.
How are you doing?
I'm excellent. Yourself?
I'm well too. Always coming in with the energy. But how have you been after eviction?
Anita, it's been sad because yesterday we had to say goodbye to our sisters. Yeah.
You particularly had to say goodbye to your sisters from, your part of the world. I'm talking about the northern part of the country, and so
Yeah.
it must have been quite difficult for you.
Yes.
I saw you shared a tale or two backstage. You were
Yeah.
quite emotional. Which one of them are you going to miss? I mean, out of all the three ladies.
Honestly, I'll miss the three ladies. Uh, but the thing is, Winnie, for instance, we auditioned together in Tamale, and then the fact that she's a Mamprung and I'm a Kosasi brought that kind of vibe because we are together, we are one people. Yes, so she's basically like my sister back home. So I was much closer to her than the other ladies. But I miss them more. But your sister would always be your sister. Yeah.
Your sister will always be your sister, and that's the beauty of GMB. But let's talk about your business idea. If I'm to say, I think that was one of my biggest shocks on the night.
Wow.
Yes, it was quite relatable, especially because skincare these days you don't really get to see the before and after that well. But for yours, it was something you had gone through, and you had decided to put it into a product that you can sell.
Yes.
Tell us about battling acne and all the hyperpigmentation, and then finding a solution to it.
Okay. Anita, it hasn't been easy. I remember a few years ago, I lost so much confidence. In fact, so sometimes I go for lectures and my friends are like, aren't you finding remedies and solutions to your acne? And I'm like, it isn't that you are not doing something. You are doing, but it's not just going. It keeps on increasing. And it was a tough time for me. Yes. So with God's grace, I felt that at a point, I'd already had passion for skincare. So I thought of doing more research to get to know myself better, know my skin type, and also do something. And it worked out for me. So after some time, I felt, I even did some for my friends, samples also, let them use it to see if it really works out for them. And it came out successfully. So I thought of trying to extend it to the general public. Yeah.
And so it's a business that is already established.
Yes, yes.
Wow, that's impressive. And comments from the judges on Sunday. How was it like? Because you had some pretty good comments.
Yes, please.
Yeah, share it with me.
Okay, so the judges loved the fact that I actually brought a concept that was factual, like was true, and it was myself. And the second thing was that my products were vetted and approved, because that's one of the basic things. Before you can put anything on your skin, it has to be vetted, and they were so happy about it. And then there was one thing that the two judges told me. They said I was supposed to work more on my packaging because this is going to be like a global business for me. So I would have to get better packaging. For instance, if I'm taking it to a very long distance, the bottling and also trying to get seals that can keep the products intact so that it doesn't get there, because it's kind of, most of them are like water. It doesn't pour up and all those things. And then I'm trying to put everything down and make sure that rightly after Ghana's Most Beautiful, I would improve on it to give quality services to my customers.
To your customers. That's beautiful. Also, let's get into how this week is looking like. Another task and another eviction.
Yeah.
Is Adwanigi going home or she's staying?
Oh, Anita. Because some people were kunio. Anita, I'm not going home more. Grand finale, we are going.
Oh, you're already, I'm sure from the way you're sounding, one feet is already at the grand finale. Why are you that confident?
Okay, Anita, one thing that I'm so much confident is that, one, I am one of the ladies that walk into Ghana's Most Beautiful that has actually learned a lot. So I every Sunday I try to compare my first program and now, and then I've seen so much growth within me. So I know that one of the things that the organizers and the judges are looking for is someone who is ready to learn and then ready to move with what they tell them. And then number two, my project. I'm someone who is so much passionate about my project. So I know with my project and with the love and passion I have for it, I'll be able to make it to the grand finale. And also with everything I receive from the judges every week. Yeah.
All right. The confidence is speaking. We're hoping that the voting also comes in as well, because it's not all about the talk.
Yeah.
The action also matters, and your
Yeah.
performances and all of that. But even before you go, do you have any final words?
Yes, I would want to especially thank my three sisters home that they made a great and memorable time for me, and I love everything about them, and I'm so grateful that they came my way, and I actually cannot wait to meet them and bond with them better after Ghana's Most Beautiful, and I'm honestly super proud of them. And I also want to thank my people for the support and love all this while. Full Baraka.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. And what's the meaning of Pusi Barika?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I've learned something today. All right, so that'll be all for your session. I'm sure we'll see you hopefully before Sunday.
Yes.
And I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you so much, Anita.
All right, bye-bye, darling.
Bye.